Hello Aquarius, how are you guys doing? I hope the water is flowing nice and smooth. We're gonna have a little read for the Chinese New Year, and I'm sorry you Sag, Capricorn and Pisces were like 2 days late because real life happened, and yeah. So anyway, this will be about wisdom, transformation, resourcefulness, and steady growth. Let's look at your headspace. Your wisdom. What wisdom or knowledge have you gained? Queen of Pentacles, home body, and the Nine of Wands, which is standing your ground or someone being really obtuse, hard-headed, really guarding the fort, like really just like standing their ground. And if I can give like a personal analogy, because this is what popped to mind when I saw the Queen of Pentacles, my mother was really hard-headed, obtuse, and just her way or the highway, and usually the highway didn't exist. So this is a person, usually a woman, who is very much like the homebody. She cooks, she cleans, she takes care of the house, she transforms the house into a home. She's a wife, a mother, a nurturer. In the ideal position, she's like, she knows how to manage her resources. If she has 2 tomatoes, a bit of rice, and an onion, she will make like a vegetable stew or something. She's very much sort of like a magician, but at the home level. So she knows how to transform things of lesser value to be of bigger value or a different value. Like a good home cooked meal can benefit the body, the health, but also the soul. And it's the way she puts her love and her attention into whatever she does that has like an impact on the receiving end of her nurturing and attention. With the Nine of Wands, it's a bit of a tiresome energy too, because she's constantly guarding the front. She has that barrier behind her, and she's waiting for the cavalry. Although the war has ended like 50 years ago and the cavalry is retired or watching Netflix, but she's still there because she's stuck in that thing, and she could be stuck in her wounded energy also. So the wisdom or the knowledge that you have gained or you are gaining in the year of the snake is that this is futile and useless, and you could direct your nurturing energy elsewhere. Or if this is not you, somebody who embodies the energy of the Queen of Pentacles or the Queen of Wands should reinvest her resilient energy into nurturing something that is more meaningful, more significant, that will have a return on investment, or just like feel good and not exhausting and tiring for nothing, because it's like a waste of energy and resources at this point. The snake's body. Your adaptability. How can you better adapt to changes and challenges in your life? And we have the Nine of Cups, which is self. Oh, that is beautiful. With the King of Pentacles, which is a match to the Queen of Pentacles. You are the level of resourcefulness that you have is unmatched, unparalleled, and this gives you great satisfaction. It's a feeling of being comfortable, not having to depend on anything but yourself, although it's more like you have done all the hard work in the past, so now you can really sit on your laurels and just like enjoy life, be happy, be content. Everything is at your disposition. You know how to manage your money and your assets and your resources, and how to make more, how to invest, and how to just fructify whatever you already have. And this brings a beautiful sense of, I'm content, I don't need anything else, everything's hunky-dory, life is fine. And so your adaptability is to really enjoy what you have done in the past and the repercussions, the aftermath, the result, the consequences of, or the results of all your hard work, and just to be able to relax and enjoy now that you are in that era of your life. If you are just beginning this process of your life, your adaptability is to really be fine-tuned with this ability of enjoying what you have, but not in excess. It's like a wish fulfillment, but you also know how not to go into excess and lose everything that you have accumulated and gained. The snake skin. Shedding the old, what old habits, beliefs, or situation needs to be released to make space for growth. And we have the Hangman, so stepping out of lethargy, of fears and darkness and uncertainty and doubts, and not seeing things clearly for what they are. So you need to embody the energy of the Hanged Man and see outside the box, see things differently, make small sacrifices. Okay, so let's imagine you are somewhere in the woods and you have a box of matches, but you have only 2 or 3 matches left. The small sacrifice that the Hanged Man will commit to is to light up 1 match, to have a little bit of fire, to see very closely around him what the situation is. Maybe he's finding a pile of dried leaves, maybe a few twigs, and from that one little match he can light that pile of dried leaves and those twigs to make a little fire, which he can cultivate to make a bigger fire, to make a torch with, like when you tie together a bunch of dried wood. And so he can see things clearly in the otherwise dark night that is around him. So you need to no longer let uncertainty, unclarity, doubt and fear rule you and guide you and be the main asset that is overruling your day-to-day life. You need to make a small sacrifice and see things for what they are, and no longer give all your power to fear and doubt and uncertainty, and listen to your intuition and realize that small sacrifices are needed and required, but the return on investment is much greater than that little thing that you sacrificed and give up on. That can lead to even more, like literally being under the spotlight, because you are no longer fearing this or that exterior thing that you cannot control or have any effect or input on. Like you can't control the night, you can control the moon, and when a cloud is passing in front of the moon you have even less clarity and even less light. You can control that, but you can control that little box of matches that you have in your hand to shed light. Snake's eyes. Your focus. Where should you direct your energy and attention this year? Into revival, second chance, speak your voice, make yourself loud and clear, be assertive, don't be afraid of the judgment calls and the decision that you are making, and step out of this sense of fear and stress and worry that you carry into that, which I know in this card it's in broad daylight, but you are carrying this energy of seclusion and being alone, and almost feeling like abandoned, or unless you put yourself specifically in this position, but you are carrying this I'm alone, I'm afraid, I'm lost, I don't have anything, and you are only focusing on that. And so you need to shed that belief, leave that in the past, and give yourself a second chance to step into the light, into clarity, into assuredness, into knowing that you have all the assets that you need to overtake your worries. If you're like a naturally anxious person, there is help, there is therapy, there are things that can help either your mood, or just like talk to a friend, a therapist, a doctor, like find something that will alleviate just a little, so you can have a clear perspective on your situation. Because the clearer you can assess and see the thing for what it is, the clearer you can make decisions and judgments on, do I want to revive this, or do I want to revive that? How can I tweak this to make my voice be heard, to be in control and in charge of the situation, and turning my back to my anxiety and my worries and my sense of being alone, and just letting your fears take the best of you. If there is like a second chance, a revival, a resurrection in something positive that is bringing you joy or confidence, go for it. So then, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the snake's coils, your strengths. What inner resources or strengths can you rely on to move forward? Tradition, conformity, your very close community, the people you can rely upon. If you are a church person, so this would be like your church people, your neighbors, your so in my case, I live in a small village, so that would be like my family, or just anybody in the village that I can turn to, who have like a specialty, who have like a specific set of skills that can help me with whatever I need. I can just ask my family, do you know someone who does this and that, and they will direct me in the right person, and that right person will help me. And so this is my community. But we have the 5 of Wands here, which is conflict, argumentation, and petty fights. So let me just take a little sip of tea. You either need to stand your ground and fight for your opinions, your ideas, and your like what is important to you in your community and in your very close circle, or the way you see traditions and the established authorities. Or if you are in conflict with said established authorities and set ways of managing resources or processes, you need to see what is causing the conflict and how can you either adapt or avoid or tweak something so that it's not toxic and a waste of time just for the sake of argumentation's sake, and follow the lead in order to make it profitable for you and whoever is involved. But really your strengths are in your community, in the established way. This can be yours or this can be exterior. And if you know that the way you are doing things because it's sort of it has always worked for you, trust the process and defend the process, so that you maximize the benefits you garner and extract from these test and tried processes. If you have to fight a little, fight for it. But if it's exterior to you, see what is causing the fight and the argumentation. If it's like, for instance, a different view on religion and faith, why, what is causing the rift, and how can you either adapt or move away so that everybody is respected in what they believe without harming others and without causing useless drama. You have resources and strengths within you and your community to avoid these things, or you have that within you to like stand your ground and make your own perspectives and beliefs be acknowledged and recognized at the same equal value as their own. So then, the wood element, growth and nurturing. What area of your life needs nurturing and patience to grow? Four of Swords is all about healing and resting, and with the Six of Pentacles is giving back. So you need to allow yourself to heal and rest, especially if you have been like overworking. And I'm saying this because with the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, it's both, they have, you can almost see them as the retired version of the Queen and King of Wands. The Wands are like actively doing the work, and the Pentacles are reaping the rewards of the work. But if you spent your whole life, or let's say last year, overworking yourself to death, you really need to take a step back and relax and rest and sleep. Take a lot of naps when your body is directing you, and trust the process that you have given a lot, and sometimes you are in the position of receiving whatever you have already input or put in the effort, the work, the universe, or whatever. Point here, you have put in the work. Let the work compensate you while you rest and recuperate and heal. With the Four of Swords, it's also an opportunity to just like reflect on the past and what has happened, where you have given, and who or what should give some back to you, because you have done your share, and now it's in the reverse. The Snake's Venom, your challenges. What potential challenges or hidden threats should you be aware of? New work opportunity and balance. Okay, so like I said, with this one, take a time to rest and heal, especially because you have already given a lot. What will come back to you is this new inspiration, this new insight, which could be gained if you are properly rested and your mind is clear and decluttered of worry, uncertainty, and fear, and doubt, and unclarity, so that you can let a breath of fresh air come into you, leaving anxiety behind, allowing yourself this energy of being certain that this new avenue is the right avenue, giving something that you had let on the back burner in the past take the front burner to like give more gas and more fuel to really like put your main focus on it. And there will be a new inspiration, a new work, a new drive, a new spark to inspire you, but you will need to really balance things out, be in the clear of what you know, what you have, and potentially a little alchemy of how to balance things to heal, to give back, or to get back, or to ask back, to revive something that has a potential of becoming a new work. And work in the sense that something that you put your time and energy into that will have some sort of oh my god, there's a word on my tongue that I cannot get out. Crap. Anyway, so like, no, it's really okay. So let's say almost like royalties when you write a book, but not that. It's not a word for it. I really, god damn it, because this Ace of Wands can give you back something like a passive income sort of thing, but you need to balance out how you manage your energy and your emotion and your spark and your time to create this third element that will work for you. And that word is really bugging my mind. It's like, I know it. Dividend. That is what I'm looking for. With the Ace of Wands and Temperance, it's like you can have dividend on something that you have already put in the work in the past, and it's now your time to receive back. You just need a spark to ignite that thing and to like transform it into a potential potent flow back to you. The Snake's Path, your transformation. What transformation is waiting for you and how can you embrace it fully? And we have the Three of Wands is really, you have, okay, so basically what I said, you had already done some work and you are now waiting for those dividends, that passive income, that royalty sort of money on something that you have already done. And by money, it can be money, or it can be just recognition or energy or feedback or something that needs to come back to you. And with this spark, you can really fructify and multiply it. And you are strategizing, literally, in how to make that happen. You might be course correcting or plotting a new route. You know you have already done this and you are a bit impatient-ish, but you are also very clear, concise, and decisive, and very strategizing in how you want this thing to align, to work, to conquer the maximum potential outcome or dividend. That word really keeps popping back in my mind, that you can harness from whatever this thing that in which you have already invested in. And I'm gonna sort of be personal here. For instance, my niece, she draws since she is a kid. She's now 18, going to college actually this spring. The thing that she has invested in a lot in the past was her drawing skills. Her parents and myself, we have always given her crayons and drawing sets and everything, and she has nurtured that skill. She has invested a lot into it. And now that she's going back to college, there is that Ace of Wands, that new spark, that new inspiration, that new skill, that new potential with a new collaboration that she can harness with Temperance, mixing her new lessons with her already very established skills into something completely new and different that can bring her money. And so there is that sense of waiting on that return of his investment, because she already has like she's drawn her whole life, so like let's say 13, 14 years, because she started very young, like most kids do, but anyway. And so now she's strategizing in potentially for her future in what field she can monetize her skills and this avenue, that creative spark as inspiration thingy, and how she can embrace her skill and potentially live from it. But she still needs a little bit of patience to like have this whole, so this combination here is it, yeah, okay. So how to mix this into something viable that you can depend upon. Last set, and we have the snake spirit, divine guidance. What guidance does the universe or your higher self have for you in the year of the wood snake? And we have the tarot, which is, oh, but okay. So a good surprise will come your way, is the best way I can put this. Old beliefs or set ways will be shaken up and be destroyed. Old habits will come crashing down, but at the end of this destruction you will be lighter and free, and you will finally see clearly. And also we have the sun, which is a match to the moon, which means you will step into clarity, no longer having to be afraid and doubting, being uncertain, and constantly being on your toes, and always anxious and fearful and alone, because although most gods are alone, but it's like you are stepping finally into this energy of carefree. I don't need to be afraid anymore. I don't need to fight, to be exhausted, to be living in this fear of being excluded, of having to always be the one to make sacrifices for others. You will be finally just free, because something will be completely dismantled and broken down, and leaving a new opportunity to build a new, stronger, more reliable, more dependable upon, more beautiful, stronger, etc., etc. So it does end with the best card in the tarot. So everything is hunky-dory for you, my dearest Aquariuses. And I wish you a most wonderful day. Trust the process. Have confidence in yourself that better days are most definitely ahead. And with this, I will thank you for your time with me, and I will see you in a future video where we are going back to the Vitruvian Man to have an energy check-in. Ciao, ciao. Peace out.